7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Nice looking. Wow, it's Wednesday. It's almost noon already. Gosh, the time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
How about your money? Is your money flying away too?
Oh, yeah, it's all gone.
Are you financially literate or financially illiterate? Let's find out. Jada Grandy is on the phone. She's been with us before. She's the Senior Vice President and Community Investment Act Strategies Manager for Fifth Third Bank, and they did a survey over there to find out how we can make strides toward improving our financial literacy, our financial education, and maybe not be in debt as much as we are. Jada Grandy, good morning, Jada. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well, thank you.
And where are you again? Where do you call from?
I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, that's a beautiful place, isn't it?
It is.
So how are we doing as America? Is this survey America, or was it just the East Coast? How far did this survey go?
This survey was for Americans, and we commissioned this survey to get an understanding of their level of financial literacy as well as their goals for financial independence. And I will also add that the findings really did show us that while many Americans are generally knowledgeable about their finances, they are not applying the perceived understanding in their personal lives.
Explain why that would be, but also what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? Are we just saying we know what we're doing, and then you look at the books and you say, you don't really know what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked that question, because the survey, one of the first key findings in the survey was that 48% of Americans considered themselves financially savvy, yet 47% continue to live paycheck to paycheck. So there's a difference there.
Oh, yeah. And is it possible is it possible that it's not their fault? Like maybe it's just that they're not making enough money?
Well, every situation is different. One of the things that we saw amongst the different generations is the type of debt that people had. So for people that were millennials, their main source of debt, or their second source of debt, was student loans. For Generation X, it was car loans, and for baby boomers, it was a mortgage. But the other thing that was interesting, credit card debt was the most popular amongst all generations.
Credit card debt is always a big issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
And once you get rid of that, you can do well. But at the same time, don't we hurt our credit rating if we get rid of our credit cards?
Not necessarily so. And, every situation is different. But what I will say is the first thing that people can do is begin to budget, because the road to financial independence is a marathon and not a sprint.
I agree. I agree with that.
Stop living paycheck to paycheck. We've got to start somewhere.
Figure out your budget.
Budgeting is a great way to do that. Sure.
Yeah, figure out your budget. That is a really smart piece of advice. So, is there any way that a bank can help? Like, in other words, let's say you figure out your budget, and you've got 5 different credit cards, and you want to consolidate. That would, to me, would be a smart move, as long as you didn't take that consolidation and then say, okay, I got more money I can spend.
That's true. Every situation is different, and we have some great tools on our website that individuals can see to really find out what works for them. Our website is 53.com, and on there are some great tips and tools to help people achieve their goals.
So the goals of Fifth Third Bank, let me ask you this, or maybe any bank, you just speak in general if you want, but what does the survey show you so that maybe you can work with your clients a little bit differently or better, or what did you learn from the survey?
Well, what we learned is that 80% of Americans really do want to be financial independent. They just don't know where to start. And so we want to change that. We understand, being on the front line, I have to tell you, I see what works and what doesn't work with people. We get many requests for help for people to save and to be able to plan for retirement. And there's a lot of information out there, but people don't know where to start. So this confirmed for us that we are doing the right thing by providing our programming to help people get on that road toward financial independence.
Oh, really? So does this? Would you incorporate your home mortgage into the mix when you're figuring these things out?
Absolutely, and I will tell you from personal experience, one of the things that I did through this process is, as I began to budget, I looked for areas where I could save so that I could actually pay off debt a little faster. So I started with the small things. I started with the car loan, and I was able to pay off the car loan, and then I went to pay off the student loan, and now I'm working on the mortgage. But in order to do that, you kind of have to know where all that debt is, whether it's a mortgage, a student loan, a credit card, or even a car loan. You've got to know where it's at.
And that's really wonderful of you, because now we hear so many stories about students that are taking out student loans and they don't want to honor that commitment of paying it back, and they expect the government to just, forgive them for that. But I think to be a more well-rounded person, a person has to take responsibility for their life and their loans and pay everything off so they can have a free life.
That's right. I would agree. It's a very freeing feeling that I can speak for myself as I get on this journey, or as I travel along this journey toward financial independence. It's freeing to know that I can achieve my goals, and not only achieve my goals, but I have the power to do something about it.
I'm curious if the survey revealed any differences in attitudes toward money. Let's see, was it divided by, let's say, the generational gap or any other demographic issues?
No, we didn't quite see that. But what we did see is that 87% of millennials have set a goal to be financially independent, and 2/3 of them already started. They have $1,000 saved in the emergency fund.
Well, that's good
already.
News. Well, that's good news.
Yes, already.
Because you know what I thought? If I was going to guess what your answer was going to be, I was going to guess that you were going to say that people older were a little bit wiser with their money than younger people. But it sounds like the younger people are pretty wise.
Well, another insight that we gained from this survey is that baby boomers who are nearing or currently at retirement are confident in their journey. 64% of baby boomers consider themselves in excellent financial standing for retirement, and more than 70% know exactly how much money they have. Now, that's a big deal, because there are people that don't even know how much is in their retirement.
What is the life program, and how can we use that to increase our financial literacy?
Sure. The LIFE program stands for Lives Improved Through Financial Empowerment. They are programs that we as Third have put in place to financially empower individuals at each age and stage of their life.
All right, excellent. And I guess that little answer right there, it goes deeper if we go online and read about it. Am I right?
It does. I'm so passionate about this stuff. I can go on and on and on, but the best thing that people can do is visit our website at 53.com/LIFE for great resources, including our top 10 steps toward financial empowerment, information about our life programs that include the Young Bankers Club for students. We are also the exclusive sponsor of the Dave Ramsey Foundations in Personal Finance throughout our footprint for high school students. We have our e-buses, and we have our Empower You program. All great programs to financially empower people.
And when the people are budgeting, they can't forget about what they need now. I mean, you're going to need a couple of pair of shoes throughout the year. You're going to need a few changes of clothing and things like that. So you shouldn't feel guilty about holding money back for those kind of personal items.
Not at all. And that's what's nice about the budget. And myself, I budget every month, and I also include those expenses. So whether it's, coffee for some people, or sometimes it's just bottles of water, or for me, it was shoes personally, I was able to budget an amount that I can spend and allocate every month for that specific item.
Well, Jada, it's good to hear from you. I hope the weather is as nice there as it's looking really good here today. How's the weather up there?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time of year, right? The trees are coming back. Everything's coming back, right? So get your finances in order as well. The website is real easy, 53.com, the number 5, the number 3.com. Mm-hmm. Easy enough, right? Jada Grandy, thank you so much for being on the air with us today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's always fun. If you're ever in Ocala, come into the studio.
I will. Will do. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.
brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For Wednesday, times of clouds and sunshine with a shower and thunderstorm around during the afternoon and evening hours. The high today 81 at the coast, 86 inland, 60 for inland, 69 at the coast. For Thursday, a blend of sun and clouds with an afternoon or evening shower or thunderstorm. High 79 at the coast, up to 84 inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Black Cow composted cow manure is a terrific organic soil amendment. We start with cow manure from dairy farms and then compost it a full 90 days. The result is an all-natural, dark, rich soil amendment that's great for everything you grow. Flowers, vegetables, shrubs, trees, and lawns too. Look for Black Cow in the bright yellow and black bag at your favorite nursery or garden center.